I don't know why you have such an unstable connection there.
I don't know, but anyhow, I have to wait for everybody to come in. Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. Rob killed my live feed.
I didn't kill it. It killed itself.
Oh, it kind of killed itself. Hello, Queen of Water. Hello. I hope everybody jumps back on. I apologize. I don't know. Rob went to click and move my chat over, and it did.
You were so unstable that
It was unstable. It wouldn't hold it for some weird reason. I hope everybody comes back. Oh. All right, JJ. Ma Felisa. Yeah, Rob went to take the news feed and it moved over and then it killed the feed. But we're back. We are back. So
I have to find it now.
Rob's trying to find it on his computer. Who was I doing?
Jessica.
Jessica. Okay, you are here. Yes, thank God. Okay, so yes, you are going to be laid off from your job. We only have 6 people in the house. Oh my God. Cool guy, come on. Hi, DD Scott. How are you? Okay, Jessica, you are going to get laid off, but you are going to get financial assistance from it. And I'm not talking welfare or anything like that. I mean, from the government, okay, with the coins. Unsuccessful plans. That is the job. You're going to stand up to your, yeah, a whole bunch of people are coming in my news feed and just never mind. Don't stand up to your boss. Be like Bull, right? You're going to end up quitting this job anyways, but at the same token, you're going to be offered a new job that's going to be more rewarding for you financially with the stork. Okay, it is a new business opportunity for you. Okay, and it's going to be a sealed deal. You have the handshake with this person. So I don't want you to worry. All right, it is going to happen for you, and it is going to lead to the ultimate fulfillment. Okay, so know that the government's going to give you money. Okay, and you're going to be okay. You are going to be laid off. It's like a vacation, but you're going to be at home, and you're going to be offered a new job opportunity that is going to lead you to abundance, to be happy. Okay, and it's going to be more gratifying for you. All right. More than likely, it could be. It could be very much so. Okay. But don't take anything that you're not happy with. But I see that you're going to be happy with this job opportunity for you. Okay. Yeah. Good news. Good news. Good news. Good news. You're going to hear it and it's going to bring you happiness. Okay. Don't be worried. You're going to be fine. And yes, cool guy, we're back. Rob cut the feed.
You had a weak signal, and when I went to pop the chat back in, it disappeared.
Yes, I had a weak signal, and when he went to pop the chat back in because the chat wasn't going, it disappeared, and he put me immediately back on.
And cool guy, if you can hold off your chat with JJ about that topic until you can email her, please.
Just waiting for Rob.
Oh, you need the next person?
Yes.
Queen of Water.
Queen.
Is someone still coming in for her?
Queen of Water. Is someone still coming in for you?
I don't know if Queen of Water is back on or not. Yes.
You're very, very welcome, Jessica. Don't worry. Everything is going to be okay for you. It is going to work out. Okay. Oops, one flipped. Gonna take that. That's brisk. He has to put his 2 cents in.
Okay, there's Queen of Water.
Oh, I don't. Take this off. There we go.
She said baby dreams. I don't know what that means.
Baby dreams. Okay, what do you mean baby dreams? Can you please clarify? Please and thank you. Oh, yeah, okay.
Holding a baby.
Are you thinking of getting pregnant? Queen of Water? Queen of Water. Are you
There's
thinking?
this love like I feel my heart chakra will burst.
I don't know where you see this. Oh, there it is. There is this love like I feel. Okay. Queen
No,
of
I
Water.
don't think so. I'm too old.
Well, you realize that baby dreams, okay, is also the birth of a new life, right? Yes, absolutely. Someone is coming into your life with the chair filled, means someone is entering your life. This is your relationship, okay? There's also somebody around you as well, okay? And there is a lot of, I'm just going to say it the way that the card does, too much emphasis on sex.
She's been sabotaging it with X crap.
Okay. There's a lot of too much concern on sexual matters there, which you would deal with. But you're stepping into a new experience. Again, someone's coming into your life, and with the leg is stepping into a brand new experience. Okay. There's going to be a lot of passion and a lot of chemistry between the two of you and great happiness, but deep, deep passion and chemistry with the tulip. Yeah, this person's coming in. You're very much surrounded with the angel of guidance, and you should know this already, okay, for protection and leading you in the right path. You have the V for victory. Yes, it is coming. And as you know, divine timing, divine timing, they say in the divine that a day to them could be three weeks, 3 months to us, right?
Or a whole lifetime.
It's not that long or a whole lifetime, ignore that. But there is the handshake, and this is the union between the two of you together. And this person is also going to be very intuitive and very spiritual as well. You have spiritual love with the lily. Okay. But I want you to leave everything from the past. I want the ex to kind of sweep out his negativeness. Okay. Because you got to get back to the basics with the quill.
She's really been doubting this will happen.
Don't doubt that it's going to happen. Divine timing is very much at work in your life. Okay. Very, very much. And you're going to be taking a chance. You're going to be doing something very risky. And this is it. Okay. Being risky because you're going to put your heart out there. Let it happen. Don't be scared that it's going to happen. Don't doubt. When you doubt, you're just prolonging it from it happening. Okay. The divine timing, the divine wants you to be ready. They want you to be willing. They want you to be reciprocated to what they have for you. And when you're doubting it, you're just pushing it further and further away. So if you think positive and know that something is coming in, my heart chakra feels like it's going to burst. Well, think about it. Why are you feeling this way? Because it's a brand new beginning. It is your ideal partner, soulmate, possibly a twin flame that is coming in. And they have completely fulfilled your heart, which means that you've already, thank you, Atea, thank you, Chris. It's very much appreciated. They have already connected you spiritually in the spiritual realm, which means that when you actually physically meet, you're going to feel that connection between each other.
Okay, she said that she met
Okay.
someone astrally and was scared he was a spirit not living. And she also said, I have been really hurt by a soulmate before.
Okay. I don't know where she said that she's seen that.
Further up, it says, I met someone astrally and was scared he was a spirit not living. And then just before Atea donated, I have been really hurt by a soulmate before.
Okay. When you have, as I said, you have met this person already spiritually. You doubted it. You were scared that it was a spirit that wasn't living. It is a living spirit. All spirits are living, number one, but you mean to reword your wording there. You mean in the physical form. It is in the physical form. When twin flame, soulmate relationships happen, this is how a lot of it happen. It can happen in dream form. Okay. It's an easily labeled as dream form because you connect. I've had so many clients come to me and say, well, I know their name. I know who they are. I know how old they are. And you should feel this ultimate connection. What's going on? Well, it's the divine. It is the universe. It is source. It's God that is getting you ready to connect with this person. It is very rare for you to have connected spiritually. That means that your bond is so in depth on a very, very, very deep soul level to connect, that you have connected in the spirit realm. Don't shy away from it. Do not shy away from it. And number two, with you connecting with the spirit, okay, on the other side of the veil, it's the spirit that you're connecting with. Spirit cannot harm you, number one. Number two, because you're in physical, they're in spirit. Number two, it's your spirit connecting with their spirit. And that's the way it happens. It's supposed to happen that way. And the divine is making it happen. That's why synchronicities, numbers, letters, coins, feathers, a reoccurring dream, a reoccurring song, connecting on the spiritual realm is bringing two people together. because you finally reached the same vibrational frequency that you had to connect. You don't shy away from it. And as you go more into it, and I'm telling you to go more into it, you will find that it's loving and it's passionate. Not to mention that the spirits that you're dealing with, if you are dealing with the highest vibrational of love and light possible, you're not going to connect with a spirit that is no longer alive or physical in the physical realm. Is it possible to have a relationship with somebody in the spirit form? Absolutely, 100%. I do with my spirit guides, my guardian angels. Yes, absolutely. I love them immensely.
So don't be scared.
So don't be scared. What?
She says, so don't be scared. I see the deceased as well.
Don't be scared, even when you see the deceased as well. Okay. The deceased is still in spirit form. Okay. But if there is a spirit entity there that you're connecting with, you'll know if they've passed on or not. And I guarantee it, this person has not passed on. You're connecting because you've reached the same vibrational level to connect with this person. It's rare, but it does happen. A lot of people can't get that vibration. As I said, many people have to live many lifetimes in order to connect with their twin flame soulmate. You've done it. You're there. Just as I have with Rob, just as a lot of people on our chat feed have connected. Absolutely. They can feel their frequency. They can feel their energy. They can feel each other's wants, needs, desires. They can tell you how they're feeling, if they're sad, if they're lonely, when they're picking up a phone, when they're not picking up a phone, when they're communicating with you, when they're not communicating with you. That is the spirit realm, okay? Giving you the power and the frequency to actually penetrate each other. I see dead people all the time. I don't classify them as dead people because they're very much living in the spiritual realm. But when you meet a spirit, okay, yeah, it's normal to be anxious about it. Absolutely. And you get excited about it. Yes, absolutely. It's normal, especially when you do astral projection. Okay. Now, with that being said, meeting somebody that has died, I'll word it that way, I say passed over. Okay. Because they just passed on. They moved on to another realm. All right. A lot of people say, well, all the glorified psychics out there that are full of bullshit. And yes, they are full of bullshit. Okay. I can go into a room and I can tell 100 people, someone's father here died of a heart attack, and I can see him on the floor grasping for air. Well, out of 150 people, who are going to come forth and say, yeah, my great grandfather died of a massive heart attack in front of me? Well, guess what? He's standing right beside you and he wants to know, or he wants to tell you that he loves you very, very much. That's not connecting with the spirit on the other side. Sorry, that's not the way it works. Okay, so now you got me on a whole new topic, and I think you're all going to love it. Okay, so when you connect with spirit on the other side, you're going to know if they have passed on or not. You're going to know if they're good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to know if they're evil. If they're evil, you are in the wrong dimension and you are not up in the divine. Okay, number one. People who are awakened and aligned to the highest and biggest vibration of love and light possible do not go towards darkness. I never, ever, ever have seen darkness in my life. Never. Nor will I. Why? Because my vibration and because my spirit guides and my guardian angels is always bright. Now, and I'm constantly protected. I'm constantly saying my prayers. I don't walk around and go, okay, protect me, protect me. No, it's not like that. Again, also, I understand that it's bright where you go. I get that. But you can go to different realms, okay? And what I mean by different realms, one, there's 3 realms in the divine, okay? This is heaven. Well, there's 3 realms of heaven. This is heaven, where everybody loves each other and you're reunited with your loved ones. And then there's our ascended masters, our gods, our goddesses, Buddha, Allah, you name it. They're all there. And then there is the divine of oneness, where everybody loves, shares, completes, does what they're told. No fighting, no bickering, no resentment, pure bliss and love. Okay? That is the heavenly realm. Now, from there, you can go to other planes of existence. Absolutely. You can visit the Palladians, you can visit the ETs, if you want to call them, and everything else out there. Absolutely. But when a spirit comes forth and tells you and meets you, and they make you feel, obviously, you've seen this person in apparition form or in physical form. Okay. When you see them in physical form, in every sense of the word, they are real. They're not spirit. Spirit, yes, because you're connecting on the highest vibrational possible, but in spirit form, as a human on this earth, you will see them in physical form. Now, one question. Okay, he's very caring and he held my hand. It is your twin flame soulmate that you connected with. Don't be scared. Be thankful, be grateful, and enjoy it. And learn as much as you can about each other. And before you know it, on the physical level, you will connect. And you're going to go, oh my God. I've had it to many clients, and they have wrote me back when I told them after their reading and everything else. They wrote me back and said, I am in utter awe. And I'm utter awe because everything you told me happened. I am in shock. I am with my twin flame soulmate, the exact person I seen in my dream. We connected, we made love, we're together, we're getting married. Plain and simple. So keep looking, because it will happen more than once. It will happen repeatedly, and it means that your twin flame soulmate is coming in. And don't give up. Okay?
Okay. There's a cold drink beside you.
Oh, thank you. What's that noise? Did you flush something?
No, I'm doing laundry at the same time.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. He's
and
my
that,
baby.
And I let the dog out, and I got you a cool drink. I forgot my drink.
I want to give you an example. Okay, guys, I know I'm just going off. It's not a tangent, I promise. Rob, for instance, had many dreams of meeting me. And I'm not saying we're the glorified couple, because we're not. We're far from it. Trust me. We duke it out. And then we laugh. And every time I look at him and say, do you love me? And he starts laughing. I say, don't make me laugh. Don't laugh when you say it. And he's doing it right now. Anyhow, he had dreams of me before he met me. He knew what I looked like. He knew my eye color. He knew my skin color. He knew everything about me before we connected. Okay. I didn't have the dream. I had the premonition of knowing that I was going to meet him, and my heart chakra was open, and I was excited because I knew that there was something out there for me. And boom, it happened. And then he told me, he said, actually, he said this about, I don't know, a month after we were together. He said, you were the woman of my dreams. I dreamt of you before I even met you. So hang in there. It happens. It happens all the time. All right. Yes. Hello, Heather Leanne. It is too late to ask a question. I don't know if she got on the list or not. No, you did not get in.
We have a lot on the list.
We have a lot on the list. I'm sorry, Heather Leanne. I do not like to be disrupt as I'm talking to our people, our clients, our subscribers, and newcomers. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but starting next week, we're only going to be taking email questions ahead of time, so it goes a lot faster and a lot easier, and it's also for everybody else's convenience, so they're not waiting around for hours and hours to have their questions answered. Okay. I apologize. I'm sorry. Like JJ, she saw her GI Joe before she met him and shaking her head. It scared me when we met, and flirt like I've known him forever. Exactly. It's the same thing. Everybody goes through it. Everybody. Just be patient and be open to it because it happens.
Alrighty.
All right. Next person.
Okay. Now, Queen of Water said she will email you privately as well. So.
Yes, please do.
Okay. Darlene Lisa. I don't know if Darlene Lisa is on still, or if she rejoined, or if she didn't. I'm not sure. Darlene Lisa's question, maybe someone can oh, there she is. What is Kevin currently feeling for me? I have to with the dog. Anything you need downstairs?
No, I'm good. Thank you. I hate negativeness. I really, really do. This is a temporary situation between the two of you. Just so you know. Get the tent. It's a temporary situation. It's two-faced. He's talking behind your back. Be very careful. Don't take risks because he's going to break your heart. But you have a change. Oops. You have a change for the better. That is coming in. Yeah, you have a new relationship coming in. But you already know this. You are excellent at your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. You know something's already going on. Okay? Pay attention to it. You have the unicorn, which is your intuition. Aw, thank you so much, Queen of Water. So are you. Again, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is where you just know. You don't doubt it. You don't second guess it. You don't question it. You feel it with every fiber of your body. Pay attention to it because it's spot on. Okay. I'll give you an example. It's like going down a dark alleyway and you're all by yourself. Okay. And all of a sudden you get this feeling that comes over you that it's dangerous. So you turn around and you go in the opposite direction to keep you out of harm's way, right? Well, you didn't question it, you didn't doubt it, you didn't second guess it, you just followed it. That's your intuition. That's where you just know and you feel it with every fiber of your body. Pay attention to it because it's always 100% accurate. But know the difference between your heart, your mind, and your intuition. Your mind can play tricks on you and tell you a whole bunch of shit that isn't even true, right? And your heart, well, it can tell you that you're in love when it's lust, but your intuition, you can count on it. You can bank it. Always remember that. Yeah. Disappointment. Scissors. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. For what it's worth, you have a new beginning coming in. I don't know if you realize it or not. Is she answering back?
Not yet.
Again, I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
You're still on.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Nikki Johnson, are you on?
Nikki Johnson, are you on?
She says, thanks very much. Don't be sorry.
You're very welcome. I am very sorry, but you have a new beginning coming in.
Nikki Johnson, are you still on?
Okay, pass.
If she comes back, we can revisit. Susanna Ann, are you on?
Where's the cool guy? I haven't seen him for a while.
He's on.
I haven't seen him since you told him off.
No, he's on. I've been getting messages from him too.
Oh. Susanna Ann? Is that it?
Yes.
Yep, no. Sunshine. Hi, Sunshine.
How about Barbara McCrae? Now, Barbara emailed her question in because she didn't think about typing it on here. So, if somebody could timestamp this for Barbara. Hello?
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. No, I'm reading Sunshine's.
Okay, Barbara McCrae, if somebody could timestamp, please. What is my spirit guide name? Why are bad things happening with family and when will things work out?
That's mediumship.
Okay, then just say it. Okay,
Ain't
so
no sunshine when you away.
okay,
That's
so
cute. Okay, so Barbara McCrae. Things,
this is a mediumship.
well, sort of. No, more.
Okay, what about my spirit guide name?
Can you read the whole question? That would be better.
What is my spirit guide
Yeah,
name?
I got that.
Why are bad things happening with family and when will things work out?
It's not that bad things are happening to your family that are, how can I word it? It's not karma either. What do you call it, Rob? It's not luck or bad luck.
Bad timing.
It's just bad timing. Okay. Everything is with COVID and everything else. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, COVID. I'm so sick of COVID. I am. I dislike the name 100%. With that being said, you have a new beginning coming in. And I want you to know this. One, things, as the old saying goes, it gets a lot worse before it gets even better.
Calm before the storm.
Calm before the storm, right? That's exactly what you're going to go through. And you obviously have gone through that right now. But things are going to change. Things are going to change drastically for you. And you're going to see it just, everything is going to play the way that it should. Again, divine timing is very much at work in your life. And hello, Barbara. I see that you're here. Okay. Things are changing very much in your life. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. Okay. One, you have a new love interest coming in. You have job opportunities that are coming in for the family as well. And you're going to be moving. And I think you're going on a vacation. Okay. Spirit name. Now just give me a second. Can you spell it out for me? Jile. I don't know. Jilli.
Jelly?
No, Jile. I get Jile. Jile.
Shyla?
No, it's a woman. Jile. Jile is your spirit guide. Jile. You know him, by the way. Give me a second. This is going back to 2 generations. Okay, I'm going to describe him perfectly to a T to you. He has hair to about here. He is great haired. Do you remember Michael Landon's hair? I don't know if everybody remembers it when he had brown hair. Well, picture that. No, forget. Don't laugh. Einstein's hair, okay, except longer. Okay, it's about here. It's that color. Okay, he has on a very thick wool. I'm going to say jacket, but it looks more like a sweater. It's not even buttons that are down, it's like ties that are holding it together. He's wearing a pair of pants that look like he's been in the field for 3 weeks or more. They're pinstripe and they're gray. He has suspenders on. The suspenders and the pants are all one. He doesn't have a shirt underneath. He doesn't have a shirt underneath. He has a very thick mustache, but he has no hair down here. None around his chin or his jaw. It's a very thick mustache, and he has thick gray hair. And the gray hair is like almost shoulder length. And it kind of looks like Einstein's hair, but it's not. It's more combed than that. And he has these working hands. And his name was Guy. What was it? Gyla? What did I say?
It's like Giles.
Like Gile. No, did I say Gile?
Yeah, I said Jilla.
Gile. And you know him. You'll Oh, I can't. You know him to see pictures of him in family albums. If there are pictures of him, again, it's going back one
Couple of generations.
couple of generations. Okay. And he's around you all the time. He comes across as very, very stern. Okay. Very, very stern. You don't want to cross him, but he's like a teddy bear. He is like a teddy bear. He's so full of love and he has a great sense of humor. He reminds me of, I don't know if everybody watched it or not, but he looks identical to, do you remember the grandfather on the Waltons? That's what he looks like. He's a spitting image of Grandpa Waltons, except his name is Gile. His name is Gile. 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 It's awesome. He's a very, very strong man. He lived to be quite old as well. He is showing me, oh God, in his 90s. In his 90s. Okay, so going back to what you're saying, what everybody is going through, it is not your fault. So I want you to take yourself out of the equation. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Your ancestor really opened up and yanked at my mind's eye. And now it's throbbing. Anyhow, because of other people's choices, you're taking on the blame. You're not to take on the blame and take on the responsibility of their actions and their decisions. You're not to do that. The divine has a plan for you. Okay? The divine is bringing in a new love interest into you, bringing in a brand new life. You're going to travel, you're going to move, and you're going to have abundance. You're not going to be penny pinching. You're not going to have to depend on other people in the family to help out with bills and everything else. You're not going to have to go through that. You can't help people that don't want to help themselves. Yes, COVID has played havoc on a lot of things. Absolutely 100%, but not on everything. There's still free will, there's still free choice. Always remember that. But it is coming to an end, that situation. You're going to meet this person that is coming into your life. And and always remember this, whether or not the other family members like it or not, it's going to happen. It's divine timing. It's meant to happen. It's divinely guided. Okay. Yeah. It's going to, um, what do you get when they get pissed off? What do you call that? They might get their shirt up and agitated because they don't like change. They don't want people to change and better themselves. Why? Because they're not growing with you. They're staying the same. Okay. So there might be some bitterness and some resentment. But just because the divine has chose a plan for you to have great things coming into your life doesn't mean that the divine hasn't chosen great things for them. It's just, it's not their turn yet. Okay. But remember, divine timing's in everybody's life, and great things are meant for each and every one of us. It just means that your time is before them. So don't look back and think, oh, I pity them. Yeah, you're going to help them out. Of course you will, because you are going to have you're going to have the resources to do so. And it's because of this person that's coming in. Okay. I've seen it very, very clearly in your cards. I've done readings for you. Don't let them get you down. Things are going to change. Things aren't going to stay this way for a long time. It's only going to be another maybe 2 months, if that. And watch how drastically things change for you. Okay. But remember, the divine has a plan for you, but the divine has a plan for them too. It's not ready and set in place yet for them, It's coming, but yours is first. Okay? Oh, she couldn't hear.
Her computer's in and out. Just tell her to look at the time on the video on your screen, and just tell her that time on the corner.
We're
Next to the red live button, there's a number.
no, there isn't. Oh, 4:45.
Yeah, so it's prior to 4:45.
Okay, if you go back to 45:30, I don't know.
Yeah, it's prior to. It's about the 35-minute mark of this video.
35-minute mark of this video. I know you feel powerless. I know you do. Oh my God, something just don't want me to hear this. Why? I hear you now.
Yeah, if she goes back to around the 35-minute mark, she should be able to catch it.
I know you feel powerless. I get that. But you can't change people that don't want to be changed. We carry people on our shoulder. I'm one to do it all the time. And Rob. We carry people on our shoulders all the time. And guess what? We get drained. We get overburdened. We get overwhelmed. And used. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names because, but there is a certain person in my life that drains me like crazy. They think nothing of texting me 100 times a day. They think nothing of calling us at 5 o'clock in the morning. They think
3 o'clock in
or
the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. And they demand it's their way or the highway. And we've tried. We have gone blue in the face. We've gone gray trying to explain right and wrong, what's good, bad, or indifferent, what choices that you can make to make their life better, to go through everything with them. And telling them we'd be there, we'd house them, we'd do everything for them. And all we got is, I know, I know, I know. I will. I will. Okay. I will. Okay. Well, guess what? Everything we said went in one ear and went right back out the next ear. You can't let everybody just walk all over you. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair for the divine's plan for you. I told you, the divine has a plan for you, and the divine has a plan for them as well. It's not their turn yet, but it is definitely yours. And yes, you're going to help out. You are. You're going to help them. And if opportunities come into play, you are going to help them. You will. We do as parents, right? As family members. And things will get a lot better. I promise you. Okay? And it was beautiful seeing your ancestor. Very, very beautiful. And remember his name. Guile. Guile. Is a beautiful, beautiful person. My screen is definitely lagging. So
it's all different for everybody.
Yeah. He's a beautiful soul. He has a great sense of humor. He likes to jump up and down. He used to play jacks, if that meant anything. Just so you know, he played a lot of jacks. And he loved animals. He loved his life. He truly, truly loved his life. And he still does. He's doing it on the other side. So,
okay.
What? Damn, all.
Yeah, they're seeing. I think it's your shadow. I can see it.
I know it's more than likely my shadow on the wall.
Because of the way that the light's off your desk.
Okay, so.
Angel.
Oh, this hair. See, I got to cut all this hair. Throw it all the way. It's horrible. It smells really, really good, though.
Angel.
Hi, Himani. How are you? Good morning. You're very welcome, Barbara. You're very, very welcome. And much love and light to you. And everything is going to get better. Okay.
Nancy Bantista. Angel, and then Nancy Bantista.
And the beat goes on and on and on. Hey, lady, you crazy.
Okay, after that, it's Natalie Davis.
Me and Zero in the Mercedes.
Any of you here? Angel, Nancy Bantista, Natalie Davis.
No, it's heavy hair that is just laying on the head. Oh, thank you, sunshine. Thank you, but I hate it. I do. I despise it.
Barbara, I believe it starts at around the 50.
Thank you, Diane.
What did you say?
For
35 to 40-minute mark, somewhere in there.
35 to the 45-minute mark.
Start somewhere in there, Barbara.
35 to the 45-minute mark.
Of this video.
Yes.
How about Joyce Welch? Joyce Welch.
This is why when we say mail in your questions, email your questions in. So we're not waiting and waiting and waiting. So they go boom, 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 boom. Right?
Joyce Welch.
I'm thinking of long layers, but I don't know. I had that before and I don't know.
Karen Granger.
This is sad. There's 36 people here.
Karen Granger.
No, I don't. My hair up. Here we go. Oh.
Priscilla Allen.
I like floppy buns. I love the look of floppy buns because they, not so tight hair. And, yeah. Oh, well.
Priscilla Allen. There she is.
There we go. Okay.
What's coming towards me in love and life? Thank you for your patience, Priscilla.
What is coming towards me?
In love and life.
In love and life. Aww. Okay, for starters, you have the cracked cup. That's dissatisfaction in life. Okay. Karma as well. You have the haystack. You reap what you sow. But you have a period of lightheartedness that is coming into you. Okay. Priscilla, are you new here? I'm just asking. Oops. No. Okay. Ignore that. Okay. So you have the funnel. All right. Which is a period of frustration. Okay. And disappointment. Okay. Right now. Someone's behaving very stupidly around you. I don't know who this is at the moment. With the turkey, you know how the turkey is cocky? Well, someone's acting really, really like that around you. Ooh. You have a very deep relationship with someone from the opposite sex. Same sex, sorry. Okay, so you have a deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay, I said friendship.
She's been kind of self-destructive at work and not exactly happy in work life.
Yes, I know that. Okay, you've had lessons to be learned. Okay, you've had a lot of lessons that you had to learn. And you are finally learning them because you're being rewarded on this side. Okay. Pay attention to this good friend that you have a deep connection with because they are giving you the proper guidance. Oh, got cards flying out everywhere. You have a new beginning coming in. I don't know if you realize this or not. Do you realize that you're going to have a reconciliation with somebody from your past? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this person that you're having the relationship with, close of the female sex, is your mom. Okay. Shows up very, very clearly. I'm sorry. I got these stupid pop-ups. There we go. Yeah, you're gonna have a reconciliation. You have the pineapple. Believe it or not. This person is going to tell you that they've changed, that they're different, because you're guaranteed success all across. There is a period that you're going to go through where you're going to be very lighthearted and a carefree time.
Doesn't want her ex lots of laughs.
All right. If it's showing up a reconciliation. If you don't want a reconciliation, I'm telling them to go to hell. I tell it the way that it is. Okay. I'm blunt and I'm to the point. So if you don't want that reconciliation, then just don't worry about it. But he is going to want a reconciliation. Okay. Just so you know. Yeah. Just let him go.
Lori's in the giggle juice again tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm
That's
in
what the G stands for in Gatorade, giggle juice.
That's bad. Pay attention to your finances. Okay, you have the purse. However, again, going back to the lighthearted time and being carefree is because you have a new love that is coming into your life. Okay. Considering that you don't want the old beau coming in, so you're going to cut him off or have nothing to do with him. Okay. But you are going to go through a lighthearted period time. And listen to your mom, because um, she's very genuine. She speaks from her heart. Okay. And she tells it the way it is. Listen to her. Okay. She's a very, very wise woman. Family wishes are going to come true. Okay. So now your new beginning that is coming in, you're going to be opening up to a brand new experience. That's what the leg means. It's also love. Okay. This is a love relationship that is coming in. There is going to be a lot of passion. Okay. You have the firecracker going off, which is excitement. It's getting to know each other and just, having that first kiss and firecrackers are going off. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of passion and a lot of intense chemistry and excitement here and adventure with this person. Okay. This person has dark hair. This person has green eyes. As it comes, I will tell you more about the person. And the person wears a jean jacket. You're guaranteed success. You have the star. And again, the star is a brand new beginning. It's letting go, of all the negativeness, right? And replacing it with positiveness, hopes and dreams, full of inspiration and adventures and happiness and harmony. And again, there's going to be deep love and affection that is coming in your direction with the heart. Okay. And you're also, all your hard work and all your patience and everything are going to pay off for you. You have the egg, which is the nest egg, and it is successful plans assured with, you know, guaranteed success. And also, with this new relationship, it's going to be a very, very deep, deep love. I don't see it as being a twin flame. I do see a soulmate connection that's going to lead to marriage, and you're going to announce it to your family. This is later on down the road, an exciting event with the gong. Again, dark hair. Well, it's more brownish colored hair with green eyes. Wears a jean jacket. Wears jeans. Very good looking. Has muscle in his arms. um, what else? And he's not a mama's boy. People think of him as a mama's boy, but he's not. He's actually a daredevil. Okay. And he has a heart of gold. He has a heart of gold and a good sense of humor. But when he falls in love, he falls. He really, really falls. I see him falling in front of you, actually. And he's the type of person that he's not the conventional type person. He'll pick wild flowers for you. I see him picking. Um, I don't know if they're flowers. They look like flowers, but they're weeds type thing. They look like daisies, but they're not daisies. They're an actual weed, but he doesn't realize that, and he's very non-conventional. He's more like the wild flowers, per as in a dozen red roses type person. And yeah, so you have great things coming into your life. Pay attention to everything that mom says, because she's very, very wise. Yes, you're going through a hell of a time right now. You are going to come through it, and you're going to be divinely guided again. And your wishes and wants are going to come true. And again, get rid of the ex. You don't need them. Toss them aside. Okay. And welcome in this new guy. And I'm getting the letter D. I'm getting the letter D for some weird reason. Like a Derek. I'm getting like a Derek. It's not going any further than that. It's going Derek. So pay attention to that. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Sheila Veronesa.
Sheila Veronesa. My news feed froze. For whatever reason. It's fine. I don't need it.
Play with it.
No, it's fine. You leave it alone.
Marcella says, thank you so much, Lori.
You're very, very welcome. And enjoy. And say hi to Derek for me. And your mom.
Sheila Veronesa, are you on?
Is the news feed frozen?
No, not mine.
Well, that's nice.
Sunshine, are you still here?
Of course she is. I can't see you on my news feed, but.
Oh, sunshine.
No, silly. Let the
Priscilla Allen
sun
says, have a good night.
shine in. You too, love. Have a great night. Let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Smilers always win. Losers never grin. So let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. You are my sunshine.
Yes, sunshine is there.
My only sunshine. You
I
make
don't
me
have.
happy.
Lord, I'm trying to talk now. I don't have a question for Sylvia.
I did Sylvia. Excuse me, but I did
Oh, that was
Sylvia
prior to, that was an emailed one.
an emailed
So it'll
question.
be in the other video.
Yes, it's in the other video.
In the first
Sylvia,
hour and a half.
1990.
In the first hour and a half.
Yes, and I'm going to sneeze. I is. Excuse me. Ow! Excuse me.
That's you.
Thank you.
So Sylvia 19, your question was answered in the other video.
It's because Rob has the air conditioning
In the
up so
first
high and
hour.
I'm freezing my ass
Stop
off.
blaming me for the air conditioning. I've touched it once in the last month.
I want to go put on a sweater. I'm cold. My nipples are turning into ball caps. Okay.
So Sylvia 19, your reading was done in the first. We have two videos tonight because we lost our feed. It's in the other video, the first one that came up, and it's around in the first hour and 15 minutes, first hour and a half. Okay, you're welcome, Sylvia. Okay, Sunshine is on. She loves your music.
I'm just getting comfortable. Okay, yeah.
Cool guy says, Robert, you are not hot enough. Getting cool with lots of laughs. You're a funny man, cool guy.
Oh, you are.
And Deb's going, oh. Probably about your erect nipples.
It's not my fault they come out when it's cold.
So Sunshine's question is, now that the entertainment portion has
Subdued.
I was told by my ex-husband has cancer, with you confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Today, an older gentleman stopped by my house to let me know he doesn't, that he lied and made it up. I need clarity again.
This is so wrong. This is so wrong.
Oh, I'm afraid to get in your hot tub, cool guy. Too many people in there.
a way to cut them.
So sunshine, this Lori is, yeah, cool guy wants to watch us in the hot tub. Something's wrong with you, cool guy. This is your sunshine that Lori is currently going through.
Oh, not the card. Okay, so this person said that he does not have cancer. May I ask who the person was, for starters?
An older gentleman.
Yeah, I got that. A relative.
She's not answering.
Sunshine, can you clarify if this was a relative that told you, yes or no?
Correct. He was a guy I used to go to church with.
Did you already?
Not a relative.
No relative. Okay. Did you already tell your ex that you would help him with his ongoing battle with cancer?
No, no contact.
Okay. Number one, the person that's seen you, this older person that you used to go to church with. I'm not being rude. I'm not being ignorant or anything like that. Okay. But you don't trust this person. You do not trust this person. This person is very two-faced. Okay. It's a two-faced friend. They're not being honest with you.
That's what I thought.
All right. Not honest with you at all. Because you have major things that you're going to have to come through. That's why I asked you if you had mentioned to your ex that you were going to help him or whatever, because you're going to be playing a different role in his life. You're going to be wearing a different hat. What do I mean? You're going to nurse him. You are. I know you might not say it now, but you eventually you are going to help him. Okay. Again, the role, you're going to be playing a different role. You're going to be wearing a different hat, such as caregiver. There are going to be other caregivers that are going to be put in place. Yes, absolutely. But you are also going to be one of them. I don't know how it's going to work out. I see shifts and whatnot, but you are going to be one of the people that are going to come in and do one of the shifts. That's what I mean by wearing a different hat. Okay. And the mountain, many challenges that you're going to have to overcome. Again, this is all pertaining to your ex and his sickness. Okay. And I want you to be careful of this friend, just as a caution. He's the parrot. He likes to gossip. Be very, very careful. Okay. Because he's not telling the truth. Again, You know, I don't hold back and I don't lie, right? Um, you know that your ex is going to succumb to the cancer, to the terminal illness, which is the broken bridge, an unsuccessful outcome to the problem. But yes, he did lie. And with you going through this and us going through it with you, I want you to know that you are going to be shown the way and you are going to have a lot of faith in the divine, and you have the torch, and which is spiritual growth and enlightenment. And you are taking a chance on this. You really, really are, regarding your ex. It's taking a chance and doing something risky with the tiger. And that's helping him. But yeah, the person that came to visit you, to me, it seems like out on a whim. And yeah,
She said, wow.
very, very two faced. They were not being honest at all. Not being honest at all. And I'm sorry. I am. You know, for people, you think about it this way, for someone to make up a story and say that your ex has cancer or terminal illness is very sick, very, very sick individual. And yes, I know there are a lot of individuals out there that are very, very sick and do it. However, with my guides and my guardian angels, he is terminal. He is. And I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. And I'm sorry that people come to you, or especially this guy out of the blue, and says, he doesn't have cancer. I just thought you'd know that. That's just wrong. That is really, really wrong. He likes to spread gossip. Again, he's the parrot. Okay. What is the parrot? The parrot talks, right? Won't shut up. Um, but yeah, and he's very, very two faced. He's very, very two faced. I wish I could tell you a different outcome. I really, really wish I could, but I can't.
She said maybe her ex didn't want her to know.
Possibly he didn't want you to know, but you do. Okay, it is there. Um, I don't know why this person would tell you otherwise. Maybe because he didn't want you to know. Maybe the ex didn't want you to know, but you know. You know deep in your heart. And I know you know. But you're going to be a great strength for him. And he's going to count on that. He's going to resist it at first, but he is going to count on it.
She says, I do know.
I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Okay.
Okay, Deb is on. She just sent a message for Sunshine. Deb Muldoon, if you have time. My ex-husband passed almost 5 years ago. I was told by a bank there's hidden money to be discovered. How do I find it? My suggestion is you talk to the bank on where they think it might be hidden.
Deb Mode. What is it? What is the name?
Deb Malone.
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 Malone. Deb Malone.
And she said she did talk to the bank, and did they give her any ideas?
I don't know. Did they?
Ask her.
Deb Malone. When for a bank, for starters to come out and say that there's hidden money, or what exactly was it that she said?
I was told by a bank there's hidden money to be discovered. How do I find it?
That there was hidden money to be discovered and how to go about to finding it. As Rob said, did you?
She did, and they said no.
Okay. One, how would a bank know that there is hidden money to be discovered? Number one. Number two, financial institutions usually don't talk like that. They don't.
That's not how they said it. Okay, how did they say it?
Rob's interested in this one.
She said that's not how they said it. So how did they say it?
So, how did they say it? Rob said. Here, will you sit there while I sit there for a minute? We're going to switch places.
Well,
Just for a minute.
I can't read the feed at the same time.
It's.
She went to close account and is it possible that they're aware that he has maybe a safety deposit box somewhere else that they don't have access to? They said I missed it by 2 days.
Then it's gone.
Missed what by 2 days?
See, guys, my news feed is absolutely at a standstill. It's not working at all.
It went to some government thing. Okay, well,
Then there is no money.
Unfortunately, governments, I don't know what country you're in, but in our country, any debts owing to the government when a person passes must still be paid out of the estate first, and that includes bank accounts. Government will always get their money first. So if there was an outstanding government debt, it's not debt. I've Googled it and can't find it, and it's combined with his mother's name, not debt. Okay, well, if it's combined with his mother's name, and if she's still alive, then she has access to it. Or if it's combined in his mother's name and she has government debts, the government will attach to it.
Or if you have beneficiary, or if you are the state of executor of the
bank
state.
only holds it for so long and turns it over.
No, that's not true.
She died. Okay. In Canada, when a bank account is
You
closed,
know what? I can do it here, and I can just put this right there. Okay, can I
Okay.
have those first?
Okay.
And you can answer this one. You have to.
Okay.
First of all,
just move the computer over
I will. Okay. The news feed is frozen. But what I was going to say, here we have beneficials, and we also have an executor
That's
of the
not where I'm
state.
going with this.
But this is not where Rob's going with it. So I'm just going to go like this, and you get to see my plants in the background.
Hello, see, I'm over here in the corner.
He's not in the corner.
Okay, so.
And I'm still here very much. There's my hand.
Okay, so Deb, in Canada, for instance, when a bank account is closed by the bank for inactivity or because a person is deceased, they'll only hold it for so long before it is turned over to the government unless somebody comes in the required time frame.
Ask how long it's been.
Okay. Well, he passed. You said he passed 5 years ago, so that's a long time for a bank to hang on to something. And like I said, in Canada, when a bank closes an account because of inactivity or because the person has passed and they've been made aware of it, etc., it is sent to the government. There is a way to get that money if it's not owing to the government. You have to contact the government agency.
But she has to have proof.
I don't know how that is in the States, but you obviously would have documentation.
That she's either an executor of the will or a power of attorney.
Okay, well, if the bank said you can still get it, that means find out from the bank who would you have to contact in order to get it. And like just me said earlier, contact your state. If the state has taken the money, it's still there. Um, there's actually, I've seen it advertised many times. There's an organization in Canada that's affiliated with the government and the banks. And every now and then you'll see it in the paper. Um the government has millions of dollars that it's holding for people that was left in bank accounts. Banks can't claim that money for themselves. They had to turn it over to the government. He hid in money. What does God say? That's why I'm asking. The bank person was vague. Okay. Well, you need to contact the bank, talk to somebody else at the bank, and say, how do I find out where this money went to which agency in the government?
They would have a record of it.
Well, yeah, they would have to have a record, or they would have a number that you could at least call to inquire about it. You will need supporting documentation,
That they can
which you either should have somewhere. Obviously, if you knew the bank account and stuff like that, and then it's just a matter of contacting that government agency with the death certificate, and if you were in charge of the estate, which you should know where the money was, and go about it that way. You also had a joint account. Did you have access to your joint account? Because if you have a joint account, they can't close that on you because your name was still on that account. And like just me said, call the Secretary of State or the Attorney General. I wasn't notified. I went to close it. They said money was gone. I found something today that someone withdrew a few days before me. Okay, well, if you have that information, you need to confront the bank with it, because if it was a joint account, unless, like I said, the account was inactive for the number of days that is in their guidelines. So if their guidelines is inactivity of 5 years, they close the account, they send it to the government. If that's the case, okay, so you need to, you said you found something today that someone withdrew a few days before me. Well, you need to find out, you need to approach the bank and say, this was my account, it was a joint account, my name was on it, and this is showing that somebody withdrew the money. And start an investigation, please, and find out where that money went, because they have the records. They know who was in there.
They knew who would do it.
And and if you suspect fraud, like another family member has gone in and signed your name, or somebody has accessed it somehow with a bank card or whatever, then that is an issue, not only for the fraud investigation through the bank, but also, as just said, the police. So, okay, well, if you heard there were a couple of CDs and maybe a safety deposit box, if the safety deposit box was at that bank, they would be able to tell you. They have to keep the records as to who accesses those boxes. And if you have legal access to those boxes, then if they don't give you the answers you need, then you have a case to contact the government or possibly the police if you think there's fraud.
And a lawyer.
Well, a lawyer would be a waste of money, but first you have to. Were you the executor of the estate? Deb, were you the executor of the estate? No, my youngest, Dawn. So one of your kids was the executor of the estate. And Was there a will? No. Okay, I'm not sure what the laws are in the states or in the particular state you're in, but in Canada, if there is no will, somebody from the family must apply to become the executor. Did Don, your son, do this? Or your son? Did your son do this? Was he assigned as the executor of the estate? Because in Canada, when a person passes on what they call intestate, which means without a will, yes, Eric was assigned. Okay. As a spouse, well, he was an ex-husband though.
And she has no case.
He was your ex-husband at the time he passed. You were not married. Eric was assigned by my request. Okay, it sounds to me like you need to contact some type of legal counsel. Because I don't know what the laws are in regards to an ex, especially it was during divorce. So you were separated but not divorced. So you were separated, Diane or Deb? You were separated but not yet divorced. Divorce was final right before he died. Okay. Divorce was final right before he died. Everything went to probate. Okay, well, that could explain a lot of things because once you're divorced, you may not have legal claim with the exception of the joint account because that was still in place. So, like Cool Guy says, you may need to contact a lawyer about this, and if it's gone through probate and has been settled through old accounts, you need to contact the lawyer, Deb. Pass me back my stuff, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because all the guessing and trying to sort this out isn't going to mean anything because we don't know the laws when it comes to where you live. Yes, that may be true. Were they not part of the divorce? Because usually when there is a divorce, all your assets must be divulged to the lawyers so that a settlement. Okay, so then he's hidden them, in which case you would have to prove that he hid them, which you basically can't now.
Even though he has hidden them, there's no way that you can have access to them because you are now not his wife.
And that's why he added his mom. Okay, but you had a joint account. You should be able to do something about that account. But any other accounts, whether he's added his mom or not, if he's hidden them, he did it prior to the divorce being finalized. They weren't divulged in the divorce proceedings. You basically will not have any claim to them. That's basically the way it works here in Canada. And we know people that have gone through this to some extent. And basically, at the end of the day, the lawyer basically just said, you have to be able to prove that it was done on purpose. And how can you do that? Unless somebody steps forward, like his mom or somebody that was there at the time. It
Like
doesn't
if
matter if he hid it from you while you were married.
it doesn't matter if he hid it from you, if you were when you were married, obviously he didn't want you to have that money, and you can't go after something now that is not rightfully yours because you're not married now, even though you were married at the time, because you signed that and gave,
You signed the divorce.
you signed the divorce, but you also signed that Eric becomes the executor, right? Is that what she did?
Well, yeah, which I don't understand, but Deb, I realize you're saying it was ours. That may very well be true, but like I said, I know of instances when large to protect me, when large amounts of money have disappeared and the bank records show it was there, but where it went, it's gone.
What I'm getting, it's in offshore accounts.
That's a possibility. What you need to do is you need to get a hold of a lawyer to find out if you have any legal recourse and what you would need to do to get that money. You need to talk to the lawyer. Talk to the lawyer that handled your divorce. Because if you were aware of this prior to the divorce and your lawyer let it go, and your lawyer didn't do anything about it, then you might have legal action against that lawyer. But again, proof, right? You have to be able to prove all of this.
What I'm getting is that he hid money in offshore accounts under different names. Okay. And with that being said, you're not going to be able to access that because it's in different names.
And neither will the government unless they can prove that it was money that was acquired through illegal means, and then it's a whole different ballgame.
Exactly.
You need to contact a lawyer, find out why your lawyer during the divorce, if you had your own lawyer, didn't broach this and why. If you didn't have your own lawyer and you used one lawyer to do all of this, and like Just Me says, I'm getting that Just Me might be from the States. Um, Contacting the Bar Association to find out what your options are. If there was money there, contact the State Department or the um, government agencies. Find out from the bank exactly where it went. They may not be able to tell you if your name was not on the accounts, but any account that your name appeared on, they have to be able to tell you what happened and where it went and why. Your Addy. Who is your Addy? My divorce is. Oh, your attorney. Your attorney is your twin flame. My divorce is how I met him. And he can't, was he not aware of this money existing? Was he not aware that it was there at the time of the divorce? Was it something that was withheld from him by the other side? And if so, and if so, okay, but do you have documentation now that it existed? Do you have documentation, Deb? Oh, the bank teller told you is one thing. Do you have documentation that it existed? and was withheld from the divorce proceedings. Because if that is the case, then the attorney who is now your
Twin flame.
twin flame, you're saying, no, she said it got turned over. You need to get the lawyer involved. The lawyer is going to have to find out. And I don't know how they can do that in the States. But you're going to have to get the lawyer, the attorney who is your twin flame, whatever, to find out if it was money that can be proven existed. And the teller said it got turned over. Okay, I understand that. But first you have to find out if it can be proven that it existed and was withheld.
If it had been me, I
But
would have.
it's going to require court documents in order to access it unless your name is on it.
If it had been me, when I went into the bank and seen the teller, I would have asked the teller right then and there, who did it get turned over to?
But if her name isn't on it, they can't tell her that. Okay, and just me said contact the states. Yes, the bank has to maintain the records forever and ever. But if your name isn't on the documents or the accounts, they can't disclose that to you. But like just me said, your son was assigned as executor with legal rights. He should be able to find out from the bank because he has that legal right, because he's the one in charge of the estate. You assigned him, so he wasn't assigned by the government. Well, I don't know about the laws in the States, but I do know in Canada that only a person that is assigned by the government in the case where there is no will can do anything with an estate. And the government has to legally issue the documents assigning that person. You assigning it does not make it a legal proceeding. You need to talk to this attorney, twin flame of yours.
Something's not right. It's not
Because
adding up.
something isn't adding up. And in this country,
It's called fraud.
if Eric was the one that was doing it in this country and it wasn't the government that had assigned him to do it, he technically could be charged.
What is her name? Okay.
We haven't spoken. Okay, Deb, you need to get a hold of a lawyer. Whether you use your attorney, twin flame, or you get another lawyer, you need to get a hold of somebody. You need to get a hold, because it's U.S. law, we're not in the U.S. So you need to get a hold of a lawyer that can advise you what your legal rights are, what, if any, legal laws have been breached, and by whom. And you could end up spending a lot of money doing this for, at the end of the day, not getting anything out of it.
First of all, I would talk to the executor of the estate, which is Eric.
Yes, but he was not a legally assigned executor. He was assigned, we assigned my son to protect me. But assigning your son to protect you is not going to protect your son if it wasn't legally ratified by a government agency. Go ahead, cool guy. You really need to get a hold of a lawyer, Deb. It doesn't matter whether Eric knew about the money or not. you need to make sure that Eric had legal grounds to disperse the estate.
And why out of the blue, why wait 5 years?
Who gave him the legal right to disperse the estate? Is there a signed legal document somewhere that says he is the legal representative of the estate? You need to get a hold of a lawyer, Deb. Cool guy, what are you saying? Say it, please.
I'm going to take this opportunity to go pee. I'll be right back.
Then you need to contact those lawyers. Yeah, cool guy. I don't know if it's a bank scam. It's if they've had lawyers involved. You need to get a hold of the lawyers that handle all of this. And if you just found this legal documentation and paperwork, you need to contact the lawyers. One thing that tarot cannot be used for, and Lori, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is for personal gain of any sort.
Absolutely.
Okay. Personal gain of any sort is, finding money this and there and where. So for us to answer it, we can, pick a card and say, yes, there's hidden money, but that's not going to do any good.
What I am getting through spirit guides and guardian angels is that there is money in accounts offshore.
Like Lori said, she's getting that there's accounts and money offshore, but again, you're going to need lawyers. And the people that handled the divorce and the proceedings and the state have to have grounds to state that there was something done. It's very possibly gone. It depends on how much effort you want to put into it and getting a hold of lawyers, and they're not going to do it for nothing.
Especially 5 years later.
And especially when there's a 5-year cold trail. It's like I said, we're in Canada, and even though a lot of our laws are similar, there are so many laws that aren't. I just know here in Canada that, if you can prove something was done fraudulently or maliciously with the intent of defrauding somebody out of their legal access to an inheritance or money, there is a legal road you can take. I don't know what it's like in the States. And I don't know what paperwork or what documentation you have found to show this money in there. If he were alive, he could turn around and say, yes, I bought a car with that money, or whatever. I went on a trip or whatever. But so fine, if the money disappeared, the only way you're going to find it is through legal representation, in which case it may cost a lot of money because filing paperwork in the courts to gain access to bank records will be required. You need to talk to a lawyer. And like Cool Guy says, it's gonna require an investigation. You're gonna need lawyers. You're going to need lawyers if you want to pursue it and you think that what is there was valuable enough and worth enough to warrant that expense. That is your call. And yes, Deb, short of digging up your backyard where you lived with him and everything else, if he buried money or whatever, it's gone. I had a great uncle who did not believe in banks. And about a half an hour away from here was where they lived. And there was also a family cottage just a little further past that. He hated banks. He didn't believe in banks. He buried everything. And when he passed, nobody knew where he had buried anything. We came across, an old coffee can once with money in it. We came across a hidden spot in the floor of the cottage that was a hidey hole that he had hidden shotgun shells in and a few coins. But when someone buries money, no one's going to find it unless they know where to look. So your oldest found $20,000 under a tree. What did he do with it? I have no money, no income, and I'm in debt. Yeah, I don't know. Here in Canada, if you have no money and no income and no way of paying for a lawyer, there is such a thing called as legal aid. I don't know if that exists in the States. He doesn't know you're aware that he found this money.
Well, if you found $20,000 under a tree, how did you find out about it? Did he not tell you that he found $20,000 under a tree? I can't see the news feed. I'm sorry. Mine's locked up.
Okay, we can't. We can sit here all night
And talk about
and
this.
talk about this. It comes down to the same answer every time.
I would contact a lawyer. I would get an investigation going on ASAP because there seems like there's dirty dealings going on with the bank,
Eric told me Jacob found it.
and there's a lot of secrets going on. So if you have a paper trail that shows certain documentation that gives you right that you can go in and do an investigation, then by all means do it. But if you don't have a legal trail of financial papers or papers that are, stating sums of money in that, then
You're blowing in the wind.
yeah, you are. You're blowing in the wind.
Now, you said Eric told you Jacob found this money, and you also told us that Eric was the legal representation of the estate. Why didn't Eric attach the money to the estate when he found out about it? So,
like that is illegal, unjust right there with him finding the money
you
and
could be
keeping
opening
it.
up. You could be opening up a can of worms you don't want to open. So you can contact the government to find out why that money went to the government if they'll tell you. Your son Eric, who you said you assigned and was assigned, and that there were lawyers involved, he would have to answer for why. He said his older brother found $20,000. That's part of the estate. I don't know. There's so much going on here. You need a lawyer, or like you said, you need to drop it and just move on. So you either drop it and move on, or open up cans of worms you may not want to open. But it's definitely not something that tarot can help you with. Only the law.
Well, tarot can help if there's deceit involved, and it can point fingers to people that are part of the deceit, but it can't tell you, it can tell you the outcome, but it can't tell you how much is involved. Um,
And what Jacob said to
and
Eric,
if justice will be served.
what Jacob said to Eric has no legal grounds. It's not his to say, unless there's legal documentation somewhere.
Anybody
been
can
through
say
that.
they found $20,000 under
Well,
a
no, he
tree.
said Jacob told Eric, take 20,000 off his part of the house when it's and now she's saying it's okay, it's over. I'm just starting to heal my relationship with Jacob. Yeah, no, cool guy. Even a personal reading is not going to give her the answers she needs. What you need is, if you want to pursue it, go to the lawyers.
Like, you have to remember with tarot and with mediumship, you're not allowed to ask for personal gain. That is one of the laws of requirement when you're dealing with the divine. Okay. It is the divine that gives us personal gain, prosperity, and abundance. They put certain things in our lives so we will attain financial success, prosperity, abundance. They can't say, well, you know what, there's a rainbow at the end of that tree, and at the end of the tree, there's a pot of gold. Go get it. They would do it for each and every one of us. Like, for instance, if a client came to me and told me, well, am I going to win the lottery? I can tell you your chances are great at winning the lottery, but whether you win the lottery or not, that's free will. That is free choice.
And the divine, if it was meant for you to have that money, the divine would find a way to make sure you got it.
Exactly.
There's obviously a reason why you were not meant to get that money, or obviously a reason why the events took place the way they did. And we can debate it all night, but it's
Yes,
not gonna
but what
change it.
I'm getting a lot of dirty dealings. I'm getting that there is money in offshore accounts, a lot more money than $20,000. I'm also getting that there severely a lot of distrust amongst other family members and your ex-husband.
She's just getting back together with her son.
And
So
I mean, 5 years is a long time to
and the past is the past.
try to dig things up. You're basically going to, if you want to pursue this, I would go the legal route.
And she's saying dirty money, bad connections. You know what? The
It
past is
is.
the past.
I also seen that. I also seen dirty money. I wasn't going to verbalize it, but since you did, and again, my news feed is completely off. It's blocked. Um, there is dirty money.
She's saying she just found it today. It's over. Let it go.
So-
The past is the past. By opening it up with a lawyer and the government and everything else, you could open up a whole can of worms that you know, once it gets out of your hands, it's could be a lot of problems. So I don't know why every week the last question is always
The most difficult.
okay. So guys, just a reminder,
Please email your questions in for next Saturday night at our live Q&A. Again, 9 Eastern Standard Time. Email your questions and they will be boom, 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 boom. Therefore, when other people do come in, we can answer their questions as well
time.
if there's time, and it will run a lot smoother. Okay.
So email questions prior to the session starting. You can email them any time of the week you want. You want to mail it tomorrow? You want to email it now? You want to email it Tuesday? It's up to you. About an hour before we go on, I will not go back on the email account, so please try and keep it prior to an hour prior to the session. And we'll see how that works.
Or a week before, or a few days before. Make
Yeah.
sure you email it in and it'll be guaranteed to be answered.
Okay, Sean, I sent you an email to the email address you posted earlier that was hidden from everybody else except me. If you can reply to that email that I sent to the email address you gave, then we will know that your email works and that our email works. And then you can forward an email for Diane. But in the meantime, until that is sorted out, Diane and Sean, we will accept your questions, but please make the effort to try and get the emails working.
Okay, so I'm going to say goodnight to each and every one of you. I love you all so very, very much. You all mean the world to me, and I love you, each and every one of you. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to Rob, and Rob is going to sing tonight.
No, Rob's not singing. Rob's so sad. You're singing. You were singing earlier.
But I'll sing. What can I
something
sing?
from Freddie.
No, I don't want to sing anything. What can I sing?
How about our song?
I don't know the words.
Never mind.
Never my love. You ask me if I never change my way about you. No, what song can I sing? Come on, Rob, help me. I know so many of them.
Don't worry, be happy.
No. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggedy tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I don't want a bunny or a rabbit. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies because you can't take a goldfish for a walk. How much is that doggy in the window? Woof, woof! The one with the waggedy tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I love you all very, very much. And again, I have a lot of personal readings. I have a big personal reading to do come first daylight tomorrow. I think you know who it's for. And general readings, but there's like a 4-hour reading that I have to do. It's a personal private reading, and be ready because it's coming. I love you all so very, very much. Much love and light to each and every one of you.
Have a good night, everybody. Love and light.
Oh, you're such a cool guy. You are. All right. Good night, cool guy. Thank you, JJ. And thank you, Tanya, to our beautiful moderators. You guys do an outstanding job as always. And thank you for getting the trolls that came in tonight. We love you all so very, very much. And we'll see you all again on Wednesday. And we'll see what topic we have, or it might be a guided meditation going to the divine. I love you all. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.